All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, it shifts past him. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit.
They go play action now. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ohio. Flex round.
Clark now on 1st down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Flex round.
To throw again, Clark. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
Clark to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now they'll run it on the toss. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Clark to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Play action. Now Jackson in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has come up with it.
After that play, I think we know. One quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. kicker with the extra. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Clark on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Clark throwing on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Switch! Switch!
Clark now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 20! Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Clark. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Check. Right. 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 Watch it three. Watch it three.
Clark from the gun, he'll throw. And this one's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Clark to throw, operating from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Clark. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Clark. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Malik McDowell coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Clark throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Balaj, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now Jackson on 2nd down, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room.
Whoosh.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Graham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Clark now, off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Quincy Wilson with the INT. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. The big fella. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Clark going to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Clark to throw on first and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Here's Clark. Back to the air on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Gone!
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Jackson from the shotgun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Toss play to Balaj. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
on first down. Clark. And incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now Clark throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
He juked him. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clark now throwing on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Clark from the gun, he'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to get it running right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and that will tie us at 24. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Grant, 76 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Now Clark to throw on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Clark throwing again on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They run it with Balaj, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing on first down, Clark. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Clark to throw again. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Clark now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Check, lucky.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the out, watch the out. Motion, motion, motion.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I hear it.
Now Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Balaj runs through the contact. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He'll get it up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Gone!
Third and goal, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now running right through it. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Watch the slant.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Baltimore, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile,